Hello, you've reached my Flosstube channel, which is a channel all about cross stitch and my journey to stitch all the things. My name is Katie. Today is Monday, May 19th. This is Flosstube number 17, and thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome. I look forward to getting to know you. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Flosstube community is huge, and I am so thankful that you decided to spend some time watching me. Last Monday I had 547 subscribers, and today I have 570, and it just blows my mind. Thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button. It just I appreciate each one of you so much. I cannot say thank you enough. I love it. I love being a part of the community. I love the comments. Thank you so much. I can't say it enough. There's been so many new people. The winners of the giveaways have been found. They both messaged me. I am thankful for that. I will get the packages in the mail hopefully this week, just so you know. Thank you so much for joining in. I will definitely have more giveaways in the future. We'll see what happens. On Tuesday last week, it was my birthday. I very much appreciate all the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. I got to attend 2 wonderful Zoom meetings, and they were really great. I got to meet some new people. One of them did a shout out on her channel. It's Heidi from Stitching Down the Rabbit Hole, and I very much appreciate the shout out. Your channel is really fun. I really enjoy your personality, and I will definitely be looking forward to seeing what you stitch next. You're a bad influence. I will talk about that later in haul, but thank you very much. Next Monday is a holiday, and I will do my filming on Tuesday. I hope everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend. We're going to have people over, so it'll be fun. Unfortunately, probably not a lot of stitching time, but that's okay. Stitching will be here whenever I'm available. Okay, all kinds of chaos. The Whip Parade last week was a lot of fun. Thanks again to Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches for the wonderful idea on how to break it up. I didn't see how to do that till I watched her beautiful daily videos, and it just makes it so much more achievable. It's shorter. I like that. I don't think it's as overwhelming to watch. It was a crazy work on my end, but it was worth it. I enjoyed it. I feel like I only got a little bit of my normal stitching time, so that's okay. Hopefully I can make up for it this week. It was worth it. I was checking my notes real fast. If you're new here, it's controlled chaos, and just a warning, I like to mess up all my words. My brain works a lot faster than my mouth is capable of moving. So it happens. But as I always say, you can enjoy laughing with me because I'm laughing too. So, okay. Oh my goodness, there's so much to talk about. I definitely, looking at my whips, all of them, and the things I want to start and the things that have hidden away, I definitely want to stitch all the things, and my mind is going, just exploding. And then I joked about starting 6 new things. I think I found 102 that I want to start. First, I wanted to make sure everybody knows. I think I said first 1,000 times. Anyway, I want to make sure you know that today is the last day to pre-order the Luminous Fiber Arts box. Here is a graphic that she put on her socials. I'm very glad that I got mine. I was sitting there at 9 o'clock whatever day and waiting for it to reload and be available, and I got mine. And I did want to show, if you're curious what last year's box had in it. If sometimes you wonder, is it worth getting? And I definitely think it's worth getting. You get 3 designs. If you go to her website, it'll tell you all the things that you can do. I know you get 3 exclusive up to a year designs, and you get the fabric and the fibers to do it. And they're fantastic patterns. I love Luminous Fiber Arts patterns. So I figured I'd give you a sneak peek on a peek on what I got last year. And then I think they don't ship until mid-August, and then I'll definitely do an unboxing, which is my first unboxing. Well, we'll see by then. Of what this year's box contains. I used the box that she designed, which she did artwork of birds all over last year's box for my Erica Michaels pieces and my small Q-snap and all that jazz. And I said to my husband, it's definitely worth paying the full price just for the box. And he's not surprised because I'm one of them people that collects boxes. The patterns last year in the bird box, this one was Needleworker. It is just adorable. I love that little bird. And like I said, she gives you all the stuff, including the buttons, which was very neat. This was one of them. Then she did Bird and the Berry Patch. I love her bird designs. They're just so pretty. And in this leaflet, there also was a pen drum that's berries. So you get 2 patterns in this book. So you get 3 patterns total. And then we got information, which I very much appreciated, on how to do the fabric so that you don't have to do the math. That is very nice. And I picked a linen. So I got a 36 count linen. It's called Bee's Knees. It was a 1/4 yard. It's not opalescent, but it's from Seraphim Hand Dyed Fabric by Lori. I've never had any of their fabric. It's very beautiful. And like I said, it's enough to do all 3 designs, which is so convenient. There was also a floss pack with the red silks. And a floss pack with the Weeks Dye Works and the Classic Color Works. Those are beautiful colors. And we got the buttons, and I think she said something about them being from her grandma's stash, which I thought was really cute. So they're vintage buttons. We also got Brick House from Lady Dot Creates, the pom-poms for finishing. She included some floss drops that she did the artwork for with the adorable bird theme. And there was a really cute needle minder. It was so funny when I was watching the video, she showed the needle minder and I said, I don't remember getting a needle minder, and it was with all my stuff. So it was safely packed away. And a really cute card that she did the artwork for. It was really definitely worth the money if you ask me. So I am glad that I got this year's the stitching themed box. It'll be interesting to see. She showed that she did a Halloween one, and I think that year you got scissors, so you never know what you're gonna get. She has fun. She said putting stuff that she thinks people will enjoy in the boxes. So one thing when I dug these out is I remembered that I wanted to work on them. So who knows, they could be started soon. That's what I need, is more new starts. If you watched my whip parade, you agree. But so I guess that's kind of haul that I ordered this year's box, but I wanted to do a quick advertising for her too, since today's the last day. Okay, so let's go over my whips for last week. Like I said, it was a weird week, but I still made some progress. Monday was a no stitch day. I did the Flosstube. We messed in the garden life. On Tuesday, I had a really good day. It was my birthday. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes again. I really appreciated that. I got to do 2 Zoom meetings, and they were really fun. The first one, I knew everybody, and the second one was new to me. So I got to talk to a person that I've enjoyed her Flosstube, Snitch Stitcher. She's the host for that one. And then there was several new people there, and it was really, I enjoyed laughing, and I enjoyed the stitching time. So that was nice. I pulled out a long Christmas Among the Gnomes. I call it Noel Gnomes. Here's what it looks like. It's by Jardin Prive. Sorry, it's chaos today. I am stitching this on a 32 count Lt Mocha Lugana. Here is where it was before. I'm doing this one 2/2. I keep putting my envelopes on my notes, which is really hard to read your notes. Here's where I am now. I ended up adding a wonderful 571 stitches on Tuesday. I started with this little pot, and I did the adorable snowman and his little pile of snowballs that he's looking to get into trouble throwing at somebody, and started the new gnome. I just have a crust the bottom, so it would be so easy to finish if I just work at it. I used this for the I Spy challenge and Stitching by the Shore, which is a fun challenge where you get 10 prompts a month. The number 5 was things you might see at the Kentucky Derby, and I always think of hats when I think of the Kentucky Derby, and I love the little gnome hats, so this one fit that. I also used it for the monthly magazine acrostic. This month was my birthday month, so I did the one for the zodiac, which I'm a Taurus, so this worked for the A because it's among the gnomes. And it's always nice when a piece fits more than one challenge. And if you're new here, I love Facebook challenges. I do a whole bunch. To me, I'm a completionist. I love having little boxes that I can check off. It makes me feel like I accomplished something. So, and you get points, and woo! That's a game, and I'm already stitching, so might as well have fun. And I definitely do that. So that was Tuesday.
It's not woo, it's woo! Oh,
I'm sorry. Wait, are you allowed to say woo if nobody says Yggdrasil?
That wasn't in the rules.
Oh, okay. Was there rules?
No, there wasn't rules.
Somebody wrote rules. I didn't know we wrote rules. On Wednesday was another day gone. I ended up having an error with that day's Flosstube, and it loaded with no video. So I got a warning from someone, and I was like, wait a minute. So I pulled it down, had to totally convert it and stuff. Technology, when it works, it's wonderful, and when it doesn't work, it's really frustrating. So, and then laundry and groceries and life and adulting and so on Thursday, I finally get to pull out Peppermint Purple style. Here is a general idea of what it's going to look like. You could pick from different layouts and different options. This is my first time joining in Peppermint Purple style. I love black work. So a friend of mine, Faith, was working on last year's, and I said, oh, that's really cool. And she said, well, it's a free stitch along. And I said, oh, hey, free. So I joined in this year, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm doing the purple colorway. A new piece is released every week. Here's where I was. This is week 1 through 18 so far. Personally, I'm doing it every 2 weeks, so I can pull it out and add 2 weeks at a time instead of dragging it out for just 1 week. I like to work in bigger sections, I've noticed. So I am doing this one on, if I can unfold it, wow, 32 count Platinum Lugana. And here is where I am now, all up to date, weeks 1 through 20 now. 19 and 20 was over here, and this is DMC 550. That's the darker one. I think this is 333, and then this was 155. And I know the next 2 blocks are these 2. This was 328 stitches, but in the Facebook challenges, it's because it's back stitching, you do 2 to equal 1 stitch, so I ended up counting for 164. And this was a really fun pattern. One of these ended up being like 32 stitches. So that was, but once you figure out the design, it went really easy. I love that about Blackbird. It's like you have to take a second to learn it, and then it's like, oh, okay, that square's done. It's really been fun to work on. I can't believe that that's so depressing. It's a visual representation of how fast the year is going, because that's already 20 weeks in. So can we make the rest of this please go slower? That would be great. If anybody finds the secret to making life go a little slower, can you please let me know? I keep telling Jeremiah, we're going to blink and it's going to be Christmas. And I really would like more time to stitch. Oh, I did use the Peppermint Purple Sal for A and Mahogany and Monthly Magazine Challenge because I added to Peppermint Purple, and I totally forgot to tell you, Noel Gnomes, I get to do hashtag Gnome Along with Laura and Karen, and there's another Karen, and I don't remember if there's somebody else joining. If you would like to join, just hashtag Gnome Along. We was going to do it for May. We got to talking. We're like, hey, we're going to stitch gnomes for as far as we can stitch. So hashtag Gnome Along anytime. They're really, gnomes are just fun to stitch. Okay, trying to remember everything. On Friday, I got to start a new piece that I was very excited to start. It is To Feel Rich by I say that every time. Waxing Moon Designs. I am doing this one for hashtag Mental Health Care Sal with Candy the 614 Stitcher. It is a wonderful idea to bring attention to we need to take better care of our mental health. This one is a great reminder to appreciate the things that we have that money can't buy. It's really hard to remember everything I want to say. I am stitching this one on a 32 count, it's gone, 32 count Spellbound linen from Needle Bling Designs. And I'm using Gentle Art sampler thread called Dragon Fruit. There is my first day into it. I'm doing this one 2/2. I started the back stitching with just one thread and ended up going back and adding 2 because I want it to stand out better. This is only 180 stitches, but I enjoyed it a lot. It was very fun. I used this for R and Taurus for To Feel Rich, and I also used it for the number 1 in I Spy, which is the color of my favorite flower. My favorite flower is purple snapdragons, and this one has a lot of purple to it, so I definitely could use it for that. So I'm really looking forward to getting back to this one because it's a beautiful message and a beautiful purple and a beautiful fabric. So it makes me happy. And thank you to Candy for doing the wonderful mental health sal. Sorry about that, allergies. The pollen here in Indiana is still sky high. Hopefully with the rain we're supposed to get the next few days, it'll settle down a little bit. And I haven't talked about this one. This bag is made by a friend of mine. Her name was Alicia, and I absolutely love it. It was, I think it's one of my first vinyl front bags, and it has adorable birds on the inside, which is just adorable. My mental health pieces get to live in here. It's got an adorable little butterfly charm, and I really love them a lot. I have 2 of her bags, and I really enjoy them. Thank you very much, Alicia. Okay, on Saturday, I pulled out the bird sal. Oh, Lola Crow Extraordinary Bird Sal. Here's what okay. Hang on a minute. First, does anybody need a like a spoiler warning for this one? Because my idea is if you're on Facebook, there's no way you haven't seen the new release. But please tell me in the comments if I need to make sure to have a spoiler warning, because I will do that if there's anybody that needs it. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about it because I think we've all seen it. So you let me know, please. So I guess this is kind of spoiler warning, and then we'll see if I need this for ongoing. Here is the new release picture that she shared with us. Now I have to try to find everything. They have so much in this envelope. Okay, we ended up getting a spoonbill. Now I'm going to not be able to find any of the information I want. We got a Eurasian spoonbill and a bird of paradise plant this time. We also got to see that at the bottom it's going to be like a puddle. Absolutely beautiful. I am still behind. I'm hoping to catch up, but I got kind of burned out. I was trying so hard to finish the frame that I kind of burned myself out, so I'm kind of taking it easy right now. The fabric I am stitching this on is a 36 count Sandbar by BeStitchMe. Here is where I was before. I was so close to finishing that border. Let me see. I had 5,082 stitches, and I think I heard there was 6,222 in the whole aviary, so I only had like 1,140 left. And of course now there's a new release, so I'm getting even more behind. But being burned down on a piece is miserable, so I'm going to do it when I do it and not worry about it. Here is where I am now. It is just beautiful. I love every stitch. I will try to zoom in on the adorable spoonbill. I love the design. I love the little the shadow in the water. The water is just beautiful. It's just, can it get any cuter? I didn't make it to the bird of paradise. I ended up adding 730 on Saturday. You know, I just started chipping away, and it's just beautiful. So I'm paper pattern person, so I can't tell you. I've seen some people talking about it on the Facebook group about how many stitches if I remember right, I think they said there was like 930 for this week. So the new piece is going to be released this Friday. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to be next. I think, let's see, we're going this way for 2, 3, and 4. I don't. I will put this down and I will show you the graphic. So she kind of gave us a sneak peek of where 1 through 4 was going to be released. So I should be able to add those and work on the rest of the frame to finish it off when I work on it. So that was Saturday. We ended up having a nice relaxing Saturday, which was very nice. My husband got to mow, and he mowed like everywhere. So he did we have like some trails, and he did the trails, so it ended up taking a really long time, which was nice because I ended up getting a lot of stitching time. That's always convenient. Okay, and then on Sunday it was time for hashtag whip into shape, which is with Andrew, the runner stitcher. It was a great challenge that he set out. He's doing training for a marathon that he's going to run the end of August. He does a really cool Google sheet that we can check into and get our stitching that we need to do every day. Here is where it was. No, I'm not going to say that. He said the great suggestion is to pick one piece and work on it for the whole challenge. And I thought, wow, what piece could I work on the whole week that I really wanted to get a lot of progress on? So I ended up using Yggdrasil.
Woo!
By Paine Free Crafts. Here is what it's going to look like. It's Jeremiah's favorite piece because he's my little Norse nerd. You're actually, hang on, I'll get him. I'll get my Norse nerd.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized.
We're shirt on
I know. Let's see. He even has an awesome
Whoa.
Nordic nerd shirt that my friend Cindy made. I said, oh, he needs a Nordic nerd shirt. So she made him one. You can say hi while you're here.
Hi.
So, I know, I did.
The
I left the window open.
Okay.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah. They don't need to see you today.
Whatever.
He'll be back in a little bit when I talk about plans. So anyway, I'm using Yggdrasil to see how much progress I can make. Here is where it was at the beginning of the challenge.
Because it's on screen. Woo!
The first week, where's my notes? I had notes. Oh, we were supposed to do 200 and... No. See, I make notes and there's no point. Let me check. The first week, Andrew did 27 miles. So I needed to do 270 stitches, which is so cool. Unfortunately, I had to do 270 stitches. I ended up putting in 280 stitches, which was fantastic. So on Sunday, I pulled it back out to work on this week's. No. See, I'm going to say it all wrong. Week 2. I pulled it back out to work on week 2. I need 271 stitches because he did an amazing 27.1 miles. He's crazy. I get the better end of this. I get to sit and stitch. It's so cool to see how many people have joined in support of Andrew. That's wonderful. Let me see if I can make it through this. Sunday, we ended up having people come over, so I ended up only adding 97, so it will be back out hopefully today. I left it in the Q-Snap because I'm going to work on it today. I ended up adding 97, so at least I got progress. This part will definitely go slower because of the beautiful confetti, but I absolutely love the way it's turning out. And it's a great excuse to be forced to pick it back up and make progress. Jeremiah already wants me to work on this exclusively. And I told him no. I love it, but I have to take breaks of it. I am using 32 count Lambswool 1/1. I do complete X. I just like the coverage. So that's the way I do it. And this is day 29. And there is a little bit hiding under the Q-Snap right now. So, okay. I'm sorry about how chaotic it's been. I think I'm ready to move on to haul. So for haul, no, did we talk about plans first? I think we talk about plans first. Told you, chaos. Plans, I'm going crazy. I want to stitch everything. I can't stitch it all at the same time. Hang on.
You said for me to come over when you talk about plans.
Yeah, so. I know. I think I lied. I think I need you back for haul.
Oh.
You aren't even there. Okay. Hey.
Hi.
It's brighter right now. Who knows why?
Who knows why?
Can you come back for the next? I'm sorry. I might have said plans. I know. It's, you know me. Yeah. There's no surprise. Plans.
I'm just going to stand there.
I know. I want to work on everything, and showing the whip parade even made it worse. And then I talked about what I want to start, and I was like, oh, I forgot some things. So I totally forgot the Mill Hill kit that I got, Honeybee. I also forgot the other 4 Mill Hill kits that I just ordered and received. By the way, while this is on screen, this is another one of my Leisha bags. This is what the back looks like. And the inside has bees. And it has a little bee charm. It's just, and I'm so glad. Look, I actually finally got to coordinate. It's a bee pattern. So I've totally forgot to mention this one. This one's on the perforated paper. I got the 4 new Mill Hills. I got the otter. Bless you. Yeah, I got the otter. I got the, hang on. Oh, pardon me. Another coughing fit. I don't even know where I was. I want to work on everything. Does that happen to you guys where you're just overwhelmed with, I'm so lucky to have so many wonderful pieces going that I want to work on all of them, and I want to start all the things, and so I'm not even going to do a spin. I think I have I think I have a confession to make. I'd signed up for the monthly magazine acrostics. I love the acrostics. I've always been a pre-planner where I plan out what I want to do for the whole month, and I'm kind of burned out. I want to stitch on what I want to stitch on when I want to stitch it, not because I have to. And I've been working on things for little bits, like I pull it out and I do 100 stitches, and then I put it away, and I'm just kind of like, no, I want to just stitch. So I might not plan ahead, and I might do like what I do with the I Spy challenge and plan with what's screaming. I always say my whips scream, and right now the noise from my whip toe is just deafening because all of it once worked on. So I don't even know if I'm going to do spins right now because there is so much stuff that I would like to focus on. I have so many pieces that is close to being finished. I just like, it is a wonderful problem to have, but I'm complaining because I have too much stuff to do and too much stuff to stitch. So anyway, plans are who knows.
Basically, I don't have a job.
Oh, because he's the wheel spinner. I know. I'm sorry. That's horrible. Okay, wait, don't go anywhere. Then we have another huge thing to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so first things first, when I talked about meeting Heidi, she told me after I finish Yggdrasil,
Woo!
I should do Ragnarok. And I went, what's Ragnarok? So I looked it up. It is a long dog. So let's move our head for a second. Here is what it looks like. Go to a little lower. And does it? I think it needs like a manly. Oh.
We're getting to that.
Okay. So the problem, if I stitch this beautiful Ragnarok, which is all Norse, Viking, gorgeous, okay, our little Nordic nerd has a problem.
This right here.
Yeah. What you explain the problem.
So with Yggdrasil, woo! We obviously have that whole that I just did with the whole Yggdrasil, woo!
Uh-huh.
I need to stop. Or else
and it's caught on, and everybody's doing it.
I'm going to be doing this the entire rest of the time, and we aren't going to get to the point. So, since it's Viking and it's kind of the same as Yggdrasil, woo! I think we need a new woo. And I don't want to just use the woo for Do you see what the problem is?
You see our problem?
So I need a new woo.
What do you think he should do for the new woo? That sounds really weird.
And me and Mom was going to try and come up with it because, the woo has a following. And I thought, you know what? Since the woo has a following, which I guess now I've said woo without saying Yggdrasil, so we'll just say Yggdrasil 3 times. Yggdrasil, Yggdrasil, Yggdrasil. Okay, there, we're covered. Yeah, I need something new, so I figured I would direct it to you people.
Yeah. He said shoot and go, woohoo, and I go, I don't know, that's kind of, and he said, well, he could go raw. Yeah. I said, he needs like swords, and he can start fighting.
Yeah. So, and then Mom wanted me to like sing, and I was like,
yeah, he said you could sing the Viking
good,
song.
But I'm not that good. So
then we went down the rabbit hole because it's stitching down the rabbit hole. We went down the rabbit hole of listening to all the Viking songs, which thank you for that.
Yeah.
So we was having way too much fun trying to come up with something. Fun. And then he also had to teach me how to say Ragnarok.
Yeah. Which I actually even got wrong.
You thought it was Ragnarok. Yeah, right. And I said, wait, there's only one R. Yeah. So, good. Another thing that I'm going to have a hard time saying. Yeah, pretty much. So, I haven't picked out the fabric yet. Your favorite color is green, so we might do it in a dark green. We don't really know. We're just in the figuring out. But that will probably be started soon because it's another thing he wants me to work on. And he said, is it going to be easy to stitch? And I go, I don't know that long dog are easy to stitch, but I've wanted to do a long dog for a long time.
And you kept talking about it.
Yeah, and so this one is just too perfect.
It was kind of a two birds.
When she said that about the Ragnarok, I said, as I showed him and he got to read the story, he thought, oh my gosh, that'd be really cool. Mm-hmm. It's got more. Mm-hmm. It's not just Yggdrasil. It's got more.
Yeah,
so
it's everything.
That will probably be kitted up and started somewhat soon too. Yeah. So it's adding to the problem of more stuff to stitch.
We'll turn to the community.
You will see what they say.
See what you guys say.
Yep. Okay. So now you can say bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Oh, and Adelaide. Oh. Hi. I know you haven't made a video, but
Yeah, she's busy.
So.
She's busy learning.
Yeah.
Good luck. Okay. Is that it?
I think so.
Okay.
Is there anything?
Nope.
No. Because you got rid of my job, so.
I know.
Yeah.
You can't spin because you'd have to spin from like.
I'll
go
just have
over
to
there
spin
and pick
random
something out of
stuff.
the
Just
tote.
pick random stuff and spin something.
Today I'm forced to work on Yggdrasil.
Woo!
You almost forgot.
Gosh, I was like.
Oh my. So
Yeah.
for plans, it's just you pick. I want to work on Yggdrasil and get Whip into Shape done.
Woo!
I want to work on the bird sow and try to get cut up. The new piece will come out on Friday.
Tweet, tweet.
Now he said tweet. Now you're going to have to come up with something for every whip.
No.
Oh, I hope I got that pause. Coughing. Sorry. Anyway, all the things. That's why you watch me, is because I try to stitch all the things. I don't even know. I want to work on it all. And life. Memorial Day we'll have people over for fun, and I probably won't get to stitch, and that's okay. So I will be back Tuesday after Memorial Day. Hopefully. I told Jeremiah Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we just aren't talking or doing anything. I just have to sit and stitch, which life will happen. So anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you can take a minute and love yourself. You are worth it. Find all the reasons you can to smile. Find all the reasons you can to laugh. And good luck stitching all the things. Thank you. Bye.